The 4-3-3 fourth variation is honestly probably the most underrated formation in FC25 because formatted how I've got these tactics, it genuinely might be my new favourite formation in this game. Let's get into it. This video does help you out, guys. Please be sure to leave a like on the video. It really goes a long way and helps me out. Getting into the custom tactics, starting with the team shape. Without the ball, we're in the traditional 4-3-3 attack shape, where you've got your two centre mids sort of pressing, and then you've got your front four in front. Now, I prefer this to a 4-2-1-3 for how I play, because I like to press. I don't like my centre mids drop too deep, so this really enables you to press the ball and win the ball back quickly, which is great. With the ball, it looks like an absolute mess, I know, but there is method to the madness. Now, you've obviously got a stay back right back here, and then you've got a wing back on the left. What I'm aiming to do here is isolate the opponent's fullback on one side by having a winger and wing back on one side. So my attacks generally develop around the left by creating 2-on-1 scenarios here and also creating a triangle with our deep lying playmaker here. Now, once we've progressed and we're in the final third, as we're looking sort of in the box and across, you've then got all of your attackers readily available in the box. But not only that, you also have created like this other triangle up top here if you play more direct between your cam, striker and right winger. You've also got the triangle between your centre mid, cam and right winger as well. So there is lots of avenues to attack down both sides, but generally I'm attacking down the left and then progressing the ball over to the right in the final third. The build-up style I am running on balanced, and the defensive approach is the same on balanced. I've got the line height at 60, but the game's bugged. It will just naturally put it at 50 anyway. But the point is, it's balanced. I get a good mix of players coming short and making runs with the build-up style. And the defensive approach, I've got such a good shape to manually press, I don't really need too much help from the AI with a high line. Getting into the player role, starting with a striker, they are on advanced forward attack. A pretty go-to instruction for me at this point. It just works really well. They stick central, they occupy the opponent's centre backs. It creates more room for your midfield to create space. And just generally, they're also an attacking threat through the middle for a direct pass if it is on. So it's just kind of the best of everything. My right winger is on inside forward to tuck in like I showed earlier with this shape here. And then my left winger is on winger, both of them being on the balanced focused. The reason I've got my left winger on winger balanced is so they stick to that byline and they can link up with my left back who is on wing back balanced. I've got my central attacking midfielder on shadow striker attack because honestly shadow striker on cams this year is probably the best instruction in my opinion. The role that they take up when you put them on shadow striker is just awesome. They move good, they position themselves well. It just feels like it gets the most out of the position. So that was no different with this one. I did actually experiment with half winger like this. And I thought maybe I'd come up with something clever. But the moment I switched to shadow striker, I started scoring. So I tried to be clever and it didn't work. So shadow striker, unfortunately, is the go-to here. And it bodes exactly the same on this formation. My left centre mid is on deep lying playmaker. The reason for that is out of all the centre mid instructions, other than centre back, it's the one that drops them deepest in the midfield, and it just kind of positions them really well for where I want the link-up play between the left winger and left back to be. My right centre mid is on box to box. Just because my right back is on stay back, I need a little bit more of a workhorse on that side, and they just generally commit up quite far on box to box, which means that I can link in these two players here a lot better. As already alluded to, the left back is on wing back balance to create that overload on the left hand side. My two centre backs are on defender defend for a no nonsense centre back pairing. My right back is on full back defend to just be a little bit more defensive cover, and then my goalkeeper, honestly, just go with whatever your goalie's role plus is, but I'm personally opting for sweeper keeper. Thank you for sticking with me this far in the video. Here is the tactics code on screen below for you guys to try out these tactics yourself. Stick with me over the next couple of minutes while I show you how to get the most out of this formation in game. Let's get into it. Now, when I put these tactics together, it wasn't just, the 4-3-3-4, I haven't done a formation for that yet. Let's try and build something that plays really nice. I was actually trying to find like my new go-to formation that I actually play all my games with when it's like more competitive. And I went through a few. I went through 4-2-3-1. I went through 4-4-1-1. I felt like I knew roughly what I wanted, but I wasn't content with having a perfect balance of attack and defense. And this formation just so happened to be what I really hit the ground running with and went on a really, really good run in Rivals with as well. I'd literally got both accounts done for Rivals in one evening, which is unheard of because normally, like, Elite Rivals is just super sweaty. But with these, absolutely awesome. The wing back offers, obviously, that extra person in the attack and then you kind of get another person in the attack with your other centre mid on box to box. But because he's box to box, he still tracks back. Because they're a wing back, not attacking wing back, they still track back. And because they're centre mids and midfield, not CDMs, there's still a presence for a press. So it just felt like this perfect blend of being able to attack and being able to defend. It really, really suits my personal playstyle absolutely perfectly. Whether it'll work for you guys, honestly, that's a part of the reason I make these videos, because if I'm having success with something, who's to say it shouldn't work for other people? So that's why I've put it into a video. But as always, with all of my tactics, I don't upload anything that I wouldn't use myself. In terms of the sort of intel you need with this formation, just make sure you've got a central attacking midfielder that's good on the ball and good on goal, because they play very offensive in this formation. I recommend long ball pass plus on both of the centre mids to utilise threading through the wingers with the great runs that they make in this formation. And just make sure your left back is someone that's pretty capable on the ball. I did have Capdevia in this team, and I actually swapped him out for Bombastor just because she was doing a lot more on the attack than he was. He was a little bit clunkier, a little bit stiffer, whereas Bombastor just turns so well. Just feels faster despite her pace stat not even really being that much higher. But other than that, guys, this formation is just one that I've been absolutely flying with, so I just urge you guys to give it a go as well. That is everything from me today, guys. If you do give these a go, please be sure to let me know how you got on with them down below. And as always, my custom tactics playlist is linked in the description. But as always, guys, if you did make it this far in the video, I really appreciate your time. If you did enjoy it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and turn your bell on. Take care, guys.